Clutzy, it's footy finals time and we have a very, very exciting announcement to make.
Yes, we do, mate. We have found a beer brand who aligns with everything that we align with.
Yeah, they certainly do. And who would that be, Josh?
Mate, it's Albi Beer. For the love of the pub.
That's something that we can definitely get behind, especially in football finals time. There's nothing quite like having a crisp Albi mid-strength lager, mid-afternoon, sun setting, golden hour at the Caxton or whatever your pub of choice may be, while soaking up some footy.
Exactly. If you're at the pub that you love, make sure you get them to get in Albi's Crisp Mid-Strength Lager. It is the best sessionable lager out there at the moment. It's Aussie made and owned. I'm a massive fan of it. I love the can design as well. It's got nice little gold down the bottom to just remind that it is a nice mid-strength lager. Been popping plenty of these on the weekends with the boys recently. So, I also love that they love the pub because I too love the pub.
That's something that we definitely share in common. We all love the pub. Yeah, the legends at Albi sent us a few cans a little while ago. We've had it under wraps, but we've definitely been absolutely putting the tins away, and we're so stoked they've jumped on board to support the Bloody Brilliant Beers podcast. So head out to your local liquor legends and any good bottle shop and ask them where the Albi is. Get around at this footy final season.
If they don't have it, tell them to get it in because it is the best lager going around.
Beers. Bloody Brilliant Beers. On the piss.
Well, hello and welcome back to the Bloody Brilliant Beers podcast brought to you by Better.
That's Clutz. I'm Das with the Bloody Brilliant Beers. We started out reviewing craft beers on Facebook, and now we bring you the conversations that you'd more than likely hear from the front bar at your local. Where are we today, Clutterus?
Mate, we are once again at the Caxton Hotel. We are joined by a very good English import in Bonnie Blue. How are you, Bonnie?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. Got the same size tits as him.
Same size knob as well.
This is our On the Piss podcast where we just sit down, have a beer and talk shit. And I feel like we should probably explain what Matty's doing here because he's been featuring on the pod lately. Yeah, I don't even know if we said why at the start.
Yeah, I don't think we have. But we've got our good mate Matty Burbick, UK's most ordinary rig, just ordinary shagger, ordinary everything. It's great. But Matty's actually moved over to do a bit of coaching, bit of teaching, bit of everything. So he's decided Brisbane's the place to be.
We met Matty, 2 years ago at the World's Most Ordinary Rig competition, and he came up through Brizzy, stayed in Sydney, but then did a road trip up to Brizzy, and we had a beer with him at Felons, and he fell in love with that spot, so he's moved over here 2 years later.
Yeah, 100%. Felons is the way forward. If you want to sponsor me to do a podcast, just like these boys in Caxton, hit me up. I can do something.
Oh, it's great. It's quite funny. You'd think most people want to go to Sydney. How come you come up to Brizzy?
Mate, Sydney was horrendous. The worst drinking culture I've ever experienced in my life. Like getting turned away from bars for taking the piss out of your own brother.
Yeah.
Has to be one of the worst excuses to be cut off and things like that. And that was it. Coming up here, seeing the mighty brown snake with the old clutterbuck. Not his bowel movements. But yeah, I just fell in love with it. I just thought, Queensland all the way. Fuck the New South Wales.
Yeah, fucking
correct
decision.
Jeez, that's great.
You've been a busy boy since you came up here.
Yeah.
Last week we took him, Matty, to do our Triple M cross. We took him to the Dolphins end of season dinner.
Yeah.
And then Matty and I were away in Tenterfield all weekend playing golf.
The Dolphins dinner, I was chatting to Charlie. He came into my bathroom over the weekend.
Charlie was also with us.
Charlie was with us at the dinner. And the head noise he has around the Herbie thing was hilarious. I didn't realise that. So our mate Charlie comes along to a fair few things with us. And he said to me that was the third time that we hadn't introduced him to Herbie. And I was like, fuck. Like
Herbie's a great friend of the show. Always comes up and says g'day to us at Dolphins Dolphins events.
I just assumed he would have met him. Yeah. So I was like, oh yeah, whatever. And I think he said, thank fuck Cronin came back over because he was just like standing there awkwardly. Oh, Mika, sorry. He said, otherwise he was just going to be standing there awkwardly because like, Matty, come meet Herbie. And
why'd you introduce Matty? Just the English connection?
Well, because Matty said he wanted to try and get a video to send back to his one of his mates' dads because his mate's dad's obsessed with Herbie.
Yeah.
So I thought this is probably going to be our only opportunity of the night.
And didn't actually manage to get the video. But so essentially Herbie is born in a place called Burnley, which is where my old man's from. So that was the sort of connection me introduced to a fellow northwest of England.
A fellow glamorous rig as well.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it was so funny. And then doing Charlie's dirty as that.
Yeah.
was
Charlie said he's like,
three.
could never see Herbie again, he reckons.
People who don't know what happened. So Classy's obviously called Matty over, introduced him to Herbie in front of our group of mates, and then Charlie's come up to Matty and said, "Oh, it's so dog. I've been to 3 of these events with the boys and never got introduced, and you're here once." Anyway, we're at the dinner with Betar, obviously great friends of the show.
Yeah,
Betar.
thank you, Betar.
Thank you so much for the tickets. And our table was right next to the players' table, and Herbie's walking past, and Matty goes, "Oh yeah, everyone watch this," and waves Herbie. I was like, "Herbie, come over here. I'd like to introduce you to my friend Charlie." Charlie didn't know where to look.
He's like, because Charlie, I didn't hear the other part of it, but Charlie goes, yeah, Matty goes, "Oh, Charlie really wants to meet you, so here's my good mate Charlie." And he's like, "I just couldn't come back from that," and just felt so awkward.
The best thing was, I was like, "Oh, he's coming over." I was like, "I can introduce you if you want. He's my mate now." And Charlie's going, do not. And I was like, "I've got to now."
So
Charlie
funny.
got me so good when I asked him for a glass of champagne, and he filled my red wine glass to the top. It was about half a bottle. It was a schooner worth of champagne.
No, I ended up sculling
Yeah,
that.
so I'm not drinking that.
I felt awkward because I was like, "Oh, I'll scull this," and then I was like, "We're at a sit-down dinner presentation in suits in the front row, representing another brand."
But saying
So I
that,
did it at the end of the night.
the boys at our table, there was like 2 empty seats at our table, weren't there? And the boys were like, "No, there is someone sat there," so they put food
They kept
down.
putting food.
Yeah.
And obviously, because it's posh and it's fancy, there's only small amounts on the plate. And these 2 lads are just then having the other 2 random.
Mate, it's such a smart. We went to a Broncos thing earlier in the year, and one of the guys was from a pokey company that was sitting at the table with us, and he's like, "Mate, let's just keep saying that he's off at the bathroom, and then we'll just keep sharing, and we'll just put the empty plate there, so they keep thinking." He's like, "You got to do it every time. There's always one person doesn't rock up to these things, and you got to get the food." I think it's genius.
A stroke of genius.
It's a fucking great
Great night though.
Yeah, it was
Up
really
the
fun.
fins.
Superb.
Up the fins.
Tell you what, this could be unpopular opinion. My favourite thing about the whole night, obviously sit down, 3-course dinner, like formal, everyone's in suits and stuff. Then when the formalities close, dance floor opens up, they'll bring you around boxes of hot chips. Sensational
that was great.
play. Sensational.
I've never seen
play.
that before, and they were great
Unbelievable.
chips.
They were very good chips.
And they came in Finn's packaging, red salt on top as well.
Yeah.
It was pretty. Like,
It was
spot on.
I'll tell you what, there must be, I've got to say this as well, there must be something that, do you reckon people can smell or sense when a man is married and taken?
Why is that?
There was a woman that was so obsessed with you.
Yeah.
I've never seen it happen before.
She was like well too old.
And
as well. I don't
she
wanna put a
came
number on
up,
it.
I don't know if I told you this, but she came up to, I reckon she's early 40s. I'm
Yeah.
just going to say.
Yeah, maybe not even early.
Maybe, yeah. But
I would be shocked if there wasn't a 4 in front of it. Put it that
and
way.
she came up. She was first of all complaining because the boys at our table.
Who are you guys?
Why do you guys keep getting
Why
all
do
the
you guys
drinks?
get all the drinks? They wouldn't come to
The
us.
other 2 fellas at our table had no shame in shouting this bloody this waiter over. It was great stuff. But she came up and she kept saying, "Oh, he's so cute," and I was like, "Yeah, he's a fucking heartthrob." And then she came up to me and she's like, "You guys are having me on. There is no way that he is taken. He can't be." And I was like, "Well, 3 weeks ago, he had possibly the loveliest wedding I've ever been to on top of the mountain range just outside of Toowoomba. It was one of the most sensational weddings to the lovely Rachel."
One of the best lesbian weddings I've ever heard of.
She looked at me and just went, "Oh," and got like angry and stormed off. And I was like, "What the fuck just happened?" I was on the D floor chatting to some of the Finn staff, and she came up again. "He's not fucking married. He's fucking married." I was there. It was sick.
I should have been there.
Yeah, you took too long to get here.
But dude, it's pretty funny. One of the Finn's boys.
That's funny
I think
because I
was-
spoke to her for 3 minutes,
Yeah.
and 2.5 of those minutes was her complaining about our table taking all
and
the
then she
drinks.
was just
and her
taken
not
away by
getting
your
any.
eyes.
Yeah, lost in the eyes.
I think it was
there.
the eyes. That's what happens to me.
Yeah.
Can't have been the voice.
No, shit, no. Or the biceps, calf muscles, like that. Long pants on though, doing myself a favour, so yeah.
Yeah.
Hell of a clip.
But yeah, hell of a night. When we were going across, a few of us went across to the Cass afterwards. Actually, I don't know if you remember this. We'll get to it eventually, but there was like 14-year-old kids that were just like punching all these things, and they started lipping up to us. And we started talking about like, is knife crime a big thing over here? Because I was like, these kids will probably come and try and shank us. But we did throw chat back, and I felt like a big man.
You are a big man.
Yeah, I might be twice their age, but it was nice to shut them down.
Yeah.
But we went up, and we were inside at the Cass, and Matty had a few drinks. And then
Matty asked us if he could bring a hip flask, and we said, "There's no need. The drinks are free, mate."
And then we're upstairs, and then he's like, "Oh, I better go find my phone." I was like, "What?" And he goes, "Yeah, I think I lost my phone." It just went off, and then we were like on the tables. Like, where the fuck is he?
I heard this story.
Oh my god, Matty! Like, you were so. All the boys were like, how is he that chill about someone stealing his phone?
Well, I just ended up going on some adventure with this absolutely massive Tongan bloke. He was just like, mate, we've got the CCTV on it. And I was like, yeah, don't worry about it, pal. I'll be over at that table. Just let me know when you find it. And then suddenly he was like, we've got to go now. We found him. And then he's like marching off, and I'm following him. We go outside. He must be in his fucking 60s, this bloke. And he's like, yeah, I've got your phone, pal. I didn't want to hand it to the people in case someone else took it. So I woke up the next day, and I'll give the photo to the boys. There was a selfie of the kid. Smiling away on the phone. But the best thing was, he was like, you don't look like the person on the background of this phone. And I was like, it's because I'm not. And he was like, can you do the face? And I was like, of course I can. And obviously pulled this cross-eyed open mouth face. And it's because, for anyone who doesn't know, my background on my phone is Clutterbuck. Pulling the most ugly face.
Yeah.
Still got the same one.
Yeah.
2 years ago, my background hasn't changed.
Funny. Yeah, I could go get him, and he can do the face for you.
Yeah.
So funny. But yeah, I had a pretty chilled weekend, fellas. I just had the bathroom renos happen, did fuck all, slept a bit. I signed up to the gym the other day, and holy fuck, dude. Like, I know you talk about when you go back to doing something and you don't have the same like strength, and like your muscles aren't used to it, and it'd be pretty depressing. It was so depressing. I went like a fair bit lower than what I was doing when I was still at Nitro, and I got like first set of 10 out doing some bench, next set of 10 out I got to 8, and then the next set I went to go and I got 2, and my arms just failed on me, and I was like, oh brother, it's going to be a long fucking road to
back.
recovery.
Yeah.
Not good.
Pre-season, innit?
Yeah.
I tell you what, I will not be going during peak times to my new gym, because there are some absolute fucking flogs there.
One of the most humbling experiences I've ever had in the gym. Similar sort of setup. Remember when I hurt that nerve in my neck? My hand was fucked for ages. Didn't train for years. Same thing. Went in. Obviously, first exercise, dumbbell bench press. What else would we? Not going to fuck around doing
Big
something
boy,
else.
2 kgs. Let's get them up.
So I was like, don't know what I was lifting with last time. I was like, I'll grab the 15s for warm up. Got down, just could not get them off my chest. Like, holy fuck. I was so weak in my right arm that I could not bench press the 8 kilo dumbbells.
Fuck.
Swear to God. Like, my left arm was fine. My right arm, it's like my chest had died. It was
That's crazy.
up.
Call you Tom Flegler.
Yeah,
My
legit. It was
God.
fucked up. So yeah, that was
I wasn't that bad.
Yeah,
we're still over the 3s. So. But fuck me, I was just so depressed.
See, I was going to sign up for a gym, which I know is shocking, but I just couldn't get over how expensive they are here. Like, I was like, second of all,
What gyms are you looking at?
Anytime Fitness, closest one in Kapira.
Yeah.
I literally went in. He said the price. I was like, absolutely
Bollocks.
not, pal. Yeah. I was like, I'll get it when I've got a job. At the moment,
Not worth it, eh? Yeah.
I spent more on beers today than a week's worth of gym membership though. But
yeah, fucking too right.
priorities.
The sun's up.
I was going to say it's pre-season for 5th grade rugby, isn't it? I mean, we've got to do it properly.
Yeah. That's it.
Those boys
it.
aren't in a gym.
Yeah,
Those boys are in a
shit,
pub.
Yeah, it's a fair point. It's a very fair point.
You fellas,
Yeah.
Friday you jetted off to Tenterfield.
Yeah,
What
golf
happened
day
down
in
there?
Tenterfield. Mate, it was a great weekend. We played fucking 54 holes of golf in 3 days, which was pretty fucked. More golf I've played all year. I played it in 3 days.
that's sick.
You should have seen, I've just thought of this on the way down. It was so funny. It was like 3.5 hour trip down. Matty and I just chatting the whole way. And I can't remember how it came up, but he's like, everyone always says there's kangaroos everywhere in Australia, and I've driven from Sydney to Brisbane, I didn't see one. And I was like, oh, well, if you keep your eyes peeled on this trip, you might see one. And literally, as I finished speaking, he's like, oh, there's one. In the fucking paddock.
Is that your first time seeing one in the wild?
Since moving back over.
Yeah.
It was a long way away, and it was just hopping. It was only the one. But then on the way back, not a single one of the fuckers.
Yeah.
I just kept saying, I was like, where are they?
Yeah.
He kept going, you'll see one, you'll see it. Never.
There was plenty of fucking dead ones on the road, that's for sure.
You got to drive at the right time.
My tally on dead ones is now dramatically higher than my tally on alive.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy.
It's actually insane, like how many dead ones you see the next day.
Yeah.
Like you need truckloads, like just trucks to get rid of the fuckers.
But yeah, the golf was an interesting one because obviously we got in about 3:30 from the Dolphins.
Oh yeah, fuck.
And I picked Matty up at 7:30.
Yeah.
Because I got home about midnight and I picked up Matty. I said, what time did you get in? He said 3:30. I said, holy fuck.
Yeah, it was a dusty wake up.
Yeah.
Darcy was like, you can just fall asleep in the car. I was like, you can't just fall asleep in the car. Some lads offered to drive you all the way down to New South Wales for a golfing weekend. You can't just go. I could have happily done it, but I was like, nah, I've got to stay awake. It's got to stay awake here. And yeah, no, it was good driving down, chatting away. And yeah, we got there and that was when the real party started.
Yeah.
I had to quickly run to the bathroom because I said touch and go the entire way down. The beer belly was going all over the shop.
Fuck, how long was the drive?
Like 3.5 hours.
Yeah, okay, fuck.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking long.
I don't even know where Tenterfield is.
It's like New South Wales, just over the border, but it's obviously
like
inland.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was out through like Ipswich and shit on the way.
Yeah, okay, yep.
But Friday was a long day. It was a good day. We got there, 11 o'clock maybe? Something like that. Straight into the schooners. My dad and his mate Bob were there. I said to Matty, you're going to fucking love Bob, nicknamed Nugget, and just... We literally walked in like, oh, we can't find them anywhere. They were playing the pokies. 11 a.m.
Can you describe Nugget to us from your perspective?
When I turned around and asked Nugget, I was like, so why do they call you Nugget? His exact words to me, I'm fucking golden, mate.
He's a 72-year-old bloke.
I think that set the tone for the whole... I was like, you know what? I like that.
I reckon when you laughed, just about when you laughed the most was on the second hole. Because we got there at midday. I think we teed off at like 1. We had a couple of beers, checked in, got changed and shit. And we're in a group, Matty and I and my dad and Nug. We tee off the first hole and we leave the other group and we go down the bottom to the second hole and we tee off and Nugget just goes, oh, fuck Nugget, you imbecile. After he like shanked this ball to left and Matty's in the car just bending up, laughing.
He just kept doing it. Like he was a good golfer. Like he was a good golfer and he played some really good golf. But then every now and again when he'd fuck up, it was like the biggest thing could happen to him. He just went, Nugget, you fucking dickhead. And he just kept going, but each time was something slightly different. And I don't know why imbecile cracked me up so, because I've not heard it for 26 years. I've not heard someone say that.
Before we teed off on the first day, Nugget's like, all right, he lives near St. Lucia Golf Course and he collects golf balls. He walks his dogs and collects balls. He's always got... I never buy golf balls. He just fucking gives them to me every time I see him. And he goes, right, before we start, everyone's got a Pro V1 that we're teeing off with and you've got to play with it. And the first 2 people to lose it have to give me $10 each and I'm buying a lotto ticket for the group. Like, yeah, sweet. So then he pulls out these Pro V1s. They're bright yellow fucking Strixons. He's just written Pro V1 on them. And then we get to I don't even know what hole it is, 7th hole. And there's no water in Tenterfield. There's like one hole with a tiny bit of water. It's literally 90-degree angle to the tee box, and it's like would end 20 meters in front of the tee box, and Matty's just fucking hit this ball sideways into the water, and we're all pissing ourselves. And Nugget, he turns around, Nugget goes, "That'll be $10."
The worst thing is, lad, I've managed to do this with a driver. It's 470 odd yards, and I've managed to perfectly chip it 20 straight into the middle of a pond, 90 degrees from where I teed off. But yeah, Nugget was just superb.
Him and Nugget into each other.
72-year-old bloke, knocking on the door of 17 years old mentally. Like some of the things that came out of his mouth, like he'd been away. So his partner had been away for like two weeks or something like that.
3 months.
3 months.
Yeah.
And he was like, she got back the other night, and I'd obviously said that I got in at 3:30 from the night before, and he was like, oh yeah, my partner got back, and I've been awake for like near enough 2 days. And I was like, oh, is that because like you're just getting used to having someone in the bed again? He's like, no, I've been fucking rooting camp.
That's impressive at 72.
It is so fucking funny.
A couple of blue pills for that one from Nugget. My God.
It was
just shit
all,
like that.
It was all weekend. Nugget had me going. Like there was the second day, me and Nugget like paired up together to the golf.
Oh God.
Yeah. And we're driving round, and he goes, so Matty, what's your handicap? And I turned to him and went, well, slight autism. He went, there's nothing fucking slight about it, can.
So now Matty's playing golf with Nugget next Monday.
Oh, that's so good.
It just kept going. It was all sorts of things. Like, he kept on people's backswings. He was like, he'd like sneeze in your backswing. So then I was like, oh, I'll show you how I do it. And all I'd do is wait for someone to go on the backswing, and I'd just start the car engine. So he'd go,
or he'd put the card in reverse.
Yeah. Back. Every time the ball, because we played like preferred lie, which means you can move the ball within a card's length.
Scorecard,
Scorecard. But Nugget kept going down. He was like, I've just got to wipe away the leaves. And he'd brush the leaves out of the way. But by doing that, he'd just throw his ball 10 metres infield somewhere.
He'd be behind a tree. He's like, got to get the Julius Marlowe out here, my favourite club, and just kick it back onto the fairway. there was one. I don't even know.
Don would have hated that.
Yeah, I don't even know if he told you about this on the last day, because I was with him in a cart on the last day. He like hit this drive and it leaked out to the right a bit, not too far, but it was in the tree line. And then his second shot, I was standing side onto him, and he's just absolutely pured this ball, but it's clipped a tree, and we both just lost it. We didn't know what direction it went. We looked for it for a bit, and he's like, fuck it. And he just threw a new ball up the fairway. Meanwhile, this cunt's teed off and hit the tree again sideways. So then we finish off the hole, and Matty comes up. He's like, fucking couldn't find my ball, but some other dickhead obviously landed on our fairway and hit my ball. So I've just used his. He had a way better lie. I'm like, oh, yeah. We get back in the cart. No, he goes, dumb cunt. That was my ball. He kept calling him a dumb pommy cunt.
There was one. And I was able to help say the exact line that Nugget said, but it was a par 3. And I've teed off, and I've managed to hit a tree like near enough just in front of me. So then the ball's come down, and we've gone take another. So I've put the ball on the tee, I've hit it, and I've managed to hit the next tree further along, and it's gone down. And we got up to the thing, and he went, you should have heard what Nug said about you after hitting 2 trees on a par 3. It's like 112 yards to the pin, and I've hit a tree twice.
I can't even remember what he said.
You were like, oh, if he was a kangaroo, we'd put him fully down. So.
Matty's bent down to put his tee in for the second one. And I've gone, fuck, it's unbelievable that those legs support that rig. And he goes, yeah, if the cunt was a kangaroo, we'd put him down.
Oh, hilarious.
Just shit like that.
We had such a good weekend.
His mouth. Fuck, it was so good. What about... We didn't have a massive one on the Friday because I think we're both fucking rooted from the night before, and also we started drinking early and playing golf all day. But Saturday night, we went into town, into this pub, and we're having dinner. There's 8 of us, I think. Yeah, 8 of us. And my dad and a few others drinking. They bought a bottle of red wine to drink with dinner, and then the lady came over, and I was like, oh, what tap beers do you have? And she ran through the regulars. So we've got a couple of local beers from Deepwater Brewing.
Yeah.
So there's there's a stout and a lager. Oh, fuck, I might try a stout. She goes, just warning you, they're 9%. And I was like, oh, okay, I might have. And before I could even say I'd just have the mid-strength lager, Matty's like, no, we'll have 3 of them. Okay, fucking hell.
If you're going to do it, go big or go home.
Yeah, so we thought we were going to watch the footy there, but I don't even know if the footy was on at that pub. So with the place we stayed on the golf course, and there was like a club there with the footy and a bar and pokies and a pool table and shit. So like, fuck it, we'll just go back there, watch the footy. And mate, there was this fucking insufferable Sharks fan. Like, best team all year, never in doubt, blah, 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 blah.
They fucking suck.
Mate, after a while, the guy came around and called last drinks. And Matty and I like ordered, we got 2 drinks each. And the guy's like, if you want to take them to your room, you can. We were like, fuck.
Wow, that bad.
Yeah, like.
I went to the bloke. I was like, we said, like, our drinks order. And I went, can I just ask you a question? I said, does he normally chat this much shit at a game? And I know fuck all about rugby league. But even I was like, this bloke was bad.
Yeah.
He just didn't shut up.
Yeah, he was a fucking wanker.
Like, to prove Tenterfield's in the middle of nowhere, it was like, I think it was the Saturday night, I was like, turned to Nug again. And I was like, Nug, should we have a look at what talent's lying around? So I went on Tinder, put my radius down to like 10-kilometre radius of Tenterfield. Have a wild guess at how many single girls are in Tenterfield.
2.
4.
How'd you go?
0 from 4 currently.
Fucking hell.
Still time, you don't know.
Yeah, it's still waiting. But so we take our 4 drinks. We got 4 Jameson and dries. Don't know why we're drinking them.
Nice.
Back to our room. Matty wanted to watch Liverpool Everton, so we put that on. And then we finished them. They're
Tough
in
game.
little 7-ounce glasses. So like we just, I don't know how long we finished them. Like, fuck, we're out of piss. And you're like, literally, you can't walk anywhere.
Yeah.
They've called last drinks up there half an hour ago. Like, we're no chance. It's shut. Like, fuck. And Matty's like, I'm pretty sure we'll be able to get someone. And I'm like, nah, don't think that's how it works over here. So then we've walked up. You tell the story because you walked up.
We're walking up together.
It's like dead quiet, like nothing happening.
Dar suddenly slowly stops as I walk up to the front door.
I'm thinking there's no way they're going to serve this.
And then suddenly, like, there's the bloke cleaning. I just hear him go, there's blokes at the door. And the guy who like served us drinks all night was also the guy who was the taxi driver to drop us off in town for the meal. And he suddenly, literally, he walks up and goes, oh, it's these boys, that's all right. And he opens the door and I've got the glasses in my hands. And I was like, giving him the glasses, I was like, don't suppose I could grab 8 more, could I? And he went, fucking course you can, mate. Come on in.
That's so fucking good.
And I literally just turned and went, Darcy, we can go in. I was like, sorry, mate, he's hiding back there. So yeah, we went in, got 8 more and went back to the room.
We were drinking in my room. And as we're standing at the bar, I've gone, fuck. And Matty's like, what's wrong? I've left my room key in my room. And we're like, oh no, what are we going to do? And Matty's like, I'm pretty sure the back door's open. So we walk back down. Matty had the room next to me. Goes into his room, jumps over the balcony.
I'd hardly say jumps. It was more like a very slow wobble. Things shaking because of the weight. And I've managed to climb through. But then the best bit of this whole thing is I turned to Darcy and went, are you going to bring the drinks round? He's like, no, we're just drinking my room. He was like, no, we're just drinking your room. Yeah. So I then had to go and unlock his room and then walk back in my room.
So Matty's gone through his room, jumped over, through my back door, let me in, and then we've gone back out of my room into Matty's room, back out the back of his thing.
So good.
I was saying the next day, we're on one of the tee boxes, like right next to our rooms. I was like, fuck, it would have been funny to watch us 2 cunts trying to figure that out.
Fuck, I'll have to do a weekend down there.
Mate,
it sounds
so
elite.
It was so good.
It was very good. Like, very, very funny.
Yeah.
But I'm only going if Nug goes. So
Yeah.
that's
The course was fucking nice though, and relatively easy. Like no water, hardly any sand.
Dude, those country courses are pretty sick.
Yeah.
I know. I want to do a trip. We'll have to unfortunately bring Matty with us. Go up to Woodgate and do the Childers golf course.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
It'd be fucking awesome.
Especially when you can stay. Like we stayed literally on the course.
Yeah.
You can eat and drink on the course as well. They're like, when we got there on Friday, what time's tea off? They're like, just grab fucking buggies whenever you want. Like, just go out whenever. So
that's awesome.
It's $357 or something for 2 nights accommodation, 3 rounds of golf with carts, and that included brekkie, which was like just cereal and bread. But
that's so cheap.
This fucking prick. The first morning, wake up, I was like, do you want to come over for brekkie? He's like, yeah, I'd love to.
I'd also like to point out, I'm still a little bit hazy at this point.
I'm
mentally
dead. Like the room's like, there's like a bench against the whole wall, and I've got like the toaster, so I'm toasting my bread. And I turn across, and he's laughing without even making noise. He's just bent in half, going, breathing in. I'm like, what's he done? And my like fucking leather overnight bag's on the ground. And the cunt's tried to open his all brand or whatever he's eating, and it's just gone all through my bag.
I just went to take the top off, and for some strange reason, I've let go of the bottom and kept hold of the top.
So fucking annoying.
The packet is just fallen, flipped completely upside down.
Through my bag.
Half of it's gone in his bag, half of it's gone on the floor. There's no dustpan and brush. So Darcy's gone to sweep it up with his foot and just completely crumbled.
Yeah, every time I just
no.
went like this,
Just
it was like just
embedded.
spreading further apart. It's fucked.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, there was some very questionable golf played
Yeah.
by the both of us.
Yeah, big time.
I definitely got better. If I would have certainly say I'd have won most improved.
Yeah, I got way worse.
Yeah, there wasn't
Fucking
much
hell.
room for me to have got worse over the time period.
Do you know what I think golf is now? It's what the fella I played with at the Jack last year, Rob, he said to me, it's all mental. He said,
Yeah.
I'm fucking Tiger Woods. And he went out there and just played 2 of the best rounds of his life. And he's like, every time you go up and you go to hit it, you go, I'm about to fuck this. And you fuck it. So just say you're going to be good.
Well,
So I think he's going to be more confident.
Yeah,
my
true.
biggest compliment of the whole weekend was with Nug again. And at one point he called me champ halfway through. And as a pommy, I'm fully aware the term champ is not always seen as a term of endearment.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, this bloke hates me. Like, I fucked up here. And then at the end of the golf, he turns around to me and he goes, that was some of the worst golf I've ever played. But that was also the funniest round of golf I've ever had. And I was like, amazing. And I turned to Darcy and was like, me and Nugget mates. And he went, no, we're best mates now. I was like, class. I was like, if I've come all the way to Oz to do anything in this next year, I've made best mates with a 72-year-old lad who calls himself Nug because he's golden.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is, life's complete. I can go home now.
Yeah, fucking
Fuck the rest of it.
What about it must have been the last day when you were paired up with Don, who was taking golf pretty seriously, because you were in pairs. So Nugget and I actually came third and won a bit of cash on the last day, but
Nice.
we were in a group with Matty and Don, and Don was taking it way more seriously than Matt, I, and Nug. And Matt's hitting from just on the edge of the green, and I've gone, I've got a fart here that's just like ready to go. And I'm walking back around him as he's like having his practice swing, and right in his backswing, I've just let rip like the perfect fart for the occasion, and he's just stuffed it and he's pissing himself, and Don's like, oh come on mate, and he's gone, this brick just right on backswing, and Don's like, oh well fucking go back and have it again, you get it again if he's putting you off. I was like, fuck off, this brick's been talking every time I've lifted the fucking club up this week.
Torturing me.
I've been pressing the accelerator. Every backswing.
Fucking hell. I was just saying, if we got a retake every time someone was trying to put us off, we'd be here all fucking week.
Well, that was it. Don was like, you're an all right golfer
Yeah.
if you just weren't hanging around with those two.
Yeah.
But again, I don't care enough
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
Especially at this point. Like, don't get me wrong, love golf, love the weekend. But as Darcy said, like, you get into the third day, you're playing 54 round holes of golf in 3 days. Like, even I was like getting to the stage where it was like, I don't really care that much about the golf.
Yeah.
It was a good laugh, but it was warm. And I was like, I'm sort of done on the golf.
I genuinely think it's one of the hardest sports in the world to be like good. Like it's so fucking difficult.
Yeah.
So like for me, I'm never going to be a spectacular player. I just want to go out there and have fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if I hit a couple of good shots, that's awesome. But the fact that you're out there being able to do it's always good.
Well, I love the 19th for me, being in the pub afterwards.
Yeah.
That's the best bit to me. Like
Yeah.
you go out, you hit a ball, you have a laugh, and you go again, which is why when Nug said to me about Monday,
Yeah.
he was like, oh, you can come with me and the old boys, we're going to go and play. And I was like, perfect. He
Bang.
went, and don't worry, afterwards we're going to go to the pub and sink a few. I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
sound them there. I'm there.
We also had the longest game of pool in history. It was on a full-size pool table, which every time I see, I forget how fucking big they are.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. We were getting chirped by everyone. It was fucked. Little did I know this cunt kept moving my balls when I wasn't watching. So that didn't help. But
So literally every time I'd take a shot and Darcy would be I'd just move one of his balls like an inch. So not enough for him to notice, but either move it away from the cushion or towards the cushion or just to the left. And the amount of times he kept going, wow, you've snookered me. It's because I just
Fuck, I'm snooking again. I only had one ball left.
and Nug was just in tears watching it. 'Cause he's watching me as I'm just going, watch this. And he just moved the ball.
I reckon that's why
It was such a bellend. I was like, yeah.
the perfect way to round out the weekend was Nug's Facebook post today, which I didn't even have him as a Facebook friend, but he screenshot it and sent it to me.
So but for a bit of backstory, he's trying to help get me a job.
Yeah.
He's fed up of me being unemployed.
Yeah.
So Nug was like, I'll ask, because he's well known. He was like, I'll ask on Facebook for you to see if I've got
this
any
is already so good.
contacts.
He goes, hey, FB friends, I met a pommy bloke on the weekend, golf trip. Goes by the name of Henry VIII, which is what he gave him the nickname straight away. Opium would be a better nickname, as he's a slow-working dope. Anyway, he's looking for work in the Briz area. He's a school teacher by profession, but I think he'd make a better politician because he's dumb as dog shit. I think he'd even struggle as a stop-go bloke because he doesn't have much go. Anyway, other than that, he's a great fella, and you will get a laugh with him around. You just have to look at him. Come back to me if you have any contacts.
You just have to look at him.
So I'd assume the fucking referrals would be just flying through.
Fuck, that is so funny.
That's
What
it.
a funny man.
I can't wait to see what sort of jobs I get out of that one.
Hey, I can't wait to see who you play golf with in a few days. That's fucking hilarious. It's gonna be very, very interesting to see what group of men rock up.
Yeah.
If they're all like Nug, that's gonna be fucking unreal.
That's it. If I could have Nug as a partner, I would 100% have Nug.
You'd have him as a life partner.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like that man will. If I ever get married, that man I'm going to make sure can ordain my wedding because he's super.
Kiss cunts.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
Great weekend in Tenterfield. Actually, a few listeners said g'day. One at the cafe we went to, that bloke was like, love the pod. And then there was a group of boys who I teed off and they're like, oh, that was bloody brilliant. I was like, thank you, fellas.
Thank you. Bang.
Great to see you.
It's a great little joke to say, the bloody brilliant joke.
Yeah. My dad was like, did you hear that, mate? I was like, yes, Dad. I heard that.
It's because they kept going, oh, your mate does the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking oath. Fellas, I got a couple of things to bring to you that have been on my local community page. Also something that we're dealing with at home at the moment. There was a distinct smell, and it just smelt like cat piss. And I was like, I'm fucked in the head. Like, there's surely not cat piss. I know there's cats around. But I went outside, and we've got this little, like, sort of tiled area. And next to it, we had all the aircon put in. They did some shit there the other week. There's a whole bunch of sand. And I looked in the sand, and there's just cat shits everywhere. So cats have just been ripping through the fucking sand out the...
Do you reckon they're feral or like domestic?
No. One lives in the apartment block we're in, and then another one's next door. But they've just like been ripping through the sand and shitting and pissing everywhere around our thing.
Shitting and pissing.
So I said to Caitlin, I was like, we need to do something about this because this fucking sucks. Like, I'm so off this. She's like, yeah, I agree. She's like, we should do what the Japanese do. Remember that? And I was like, oh my God, what's she going on about here? She now wants to get, whenever we have like a bottle of something. So in Japan, we searched it up because all we could see was bottles of water around people's driveways and houses. And in Japan, there's a huge stray cat problem. And apparently they get wigged out by seeing their reflections in the water. So now Caitlin was like, if it works in Japan, it'll work here. So she wants to get a barrier.
Works in Tokyo to work in Kalanga, brother.
Fucking oath. Same sort of place. But
Just as calm and peaceful.
the other thing, we were just laughing before because she sent this photo. There's a cat poo on one of the tiles, and then she's got just all these lemon skins going around the outside of where our aircon units are. So we had a look. Vinegar, citrus peels, all this different sort of shit is apparently meant to keep cats away. But yeah, I'm currently at war with Kalanga cats. So trying to work through that at the moment, but there's something else that people are trying to work through, and I've been hesitant to talk about it because I don't want to out myself, but I'm definitely keen to now.
Safe space, mate.
When you go down Anzac Avenue in Kalanga, you've got a Jets gym on the left-hand side if you're going towards the Redcliffe Way. And then there's a coffee shop that just says coffee shop. And then there used to be a smoke mart
Next door
to that. Caitlin stopped to get a coffee on her way to work. Walks in, stood there for about 5 or 10 minutes. No one came out. But all these people kept on lining up to go to the ATM in the coffee shop. And you drive past and there'll be like a line of 10 people waiting to get cash out.
What?
In the coffee shop.
Okay.
Interesting.
They get their cash out and then they walk next door to the smoke mart. And then transactions happen. And they either come out with vapes or very, very cheap cigarettes and go along their day. Now, the other day, someone posted in the community page anonymously, the vape shop's closed, but Ling Ling's Rub and Tug next door is open for business. So apparently what's happened, and then someone commented instantly, she put something in my bottom for no extra charge. And that's an anonymous thing as well.
Send Matty the address.
But basically,
He'll check it out.
I was having a look and there was a huge crackdown at the end of last week and over the weekend of vape and cheap smoke shops being raided across southeast Queensland. Caitlin went the other day, and within a day of all that happening, that we no longer have a smoke shop on Anzac Avenue. It's a confectionery store. But
Gentrification, man.
the inside is completely the same. And there's like, from what we've seen going past, no lollies.
Oh.
So they've literally got confectionery shop trying to trick them, but it just looks like there's cheap smokes there still.
So is that it? Have they just changed it from coffee shop to confectionery?
Well, the coffee shop's still there.
Okay.
And I went looking through before to try and find what's the deal with the coffee shop, because it's open every
Any
day.
Google reviews?
No, because it doesn't, like, it's...
You can't Google
Josh,
it.
It pops up as a... It pops up as a brow shop, like a
Yeah.
eyelashes and brows and shit. But someone posted back in April, it's opened. Mum's Cafe Drop. Mum's Cafe. Drop in, try the great flavoured coffee takeaway or sit outside. Great spot to catch up with friends. There's even a lolly shop upstairs.
Anzac Avenue is not a great spot to catch up with friends.
Treat the kids Friday and Saturday. There's a great sausage sizzle with cold drinks located between Jet's Gym and VIP Tobacco Shop. And they've done this like basic looking thing here. Hotbox coming soon. Mum's Coffee. It's not Mum's Coffee. There's never anyone in there. The tables are never set up. I've never seen anyone get a coffee from there. We've been there for a few months now. But is that not the most elaborate way?
Yeah, I kind of want to go and check it out.
I think we need to.
I was going to say, I'm free all the time.
Boys trip to Anzac Ave. We
Yeah.
need to go suss it out, because like you go past and the line just to get to the ATM. So it's like they've got
The other
next
weird
door's-
thing is obviously if I'm reading between the lines here, people are using cash to buy things that you shouldn't be buying next door.
Cash is king.
But why not just go to a different ATM? Why would you line up for? If I went to an ATM, there was 10 cunts, I'd go, I'm gonna go find.
I think convenience.
Yeah,
because
okay.
it's right next door.
fair play.
But it's
Or is the ATM a secret computer? Where actually, it's not an ATM. You're ordering what you want next door.
look, it could be.
Sounds like
could
Matty's been
be.
there.
But it was so funny over the weekend. Pretty much all the posts have been deleted on the community page, but it was everyone asking if the smoke shop was working again. I have never seen a durry shop with that many customers.
I just find it hard to believe that a durry shop survives. Like,
Well,
get it,
no,
you get
so
it from
this
the
is-
fucking servo.
No, this is the. Have you not heard about the underground tobacco thing?
Yeah.
So this is what it is. Like you can get a pack of durries for $10 apparently
Yeah,
instead of 40 or 50.
Yeah.
So because they're being imported, and then there's no taxation on it because they're getting them
think
through
they're being
illegally.
smuggled in. Yeah.
They're being smuggled in, and then they're selling them on the
How
cheap.
many cartons could you fit up your ass, Matty?
How many what?
Cartons of smokes.
Smokes?
Yeah.
How many's in a sleeve? Wizards.
But yeah, it's absolutely insane. Like, because I've heard from mates that smoke. Like there was one at Ashgrove, I think, where he was like, you can get the same thing for like $7.50 instead of paying $50. if you're a pack a day sort of person, you are saving a lot of
Shitload
money.
of cash, yeah.
That's why I saw something ages ago that the government were considering reducing tobacco tax because they're not making as much money because people are finding all these cheap shops.
Yeah.
So they want to make durries cheaper.
So they've made them, they've taxed them so much.
They've taxed them so much that people
are buying them illegally.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
And so they want to
now they're
reduce
gonna
the
tax them
tax
less.
so they can make money off it, even though they're trying to get rid of them.
It does make sense though. Like,
Yeah.
it's one of those, if you can't beat them, join them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You've just
right.
gone, actually, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
So basically, what I want to put forward right now is, off the top of my head, we need to start an illegal alcohol trade where we can sell piss really cheap.
Well, Matty can apparently fit shitloads up his ass. So.
Yeah. I actually
At
watched.
least a sleeve.
I was watching a show the other day, Gen V. It's part of the Boys. If anyone's watched The Boys,
Hell
so
of a
I was
promo,
watching
if you've
Gen
not
V, and one of the soups can fit shit up. He can just fit heaps of stuff up his ass. So he was like,
Called Mary Poppins. Isn't it?
he had a keg and he attached a keg hose into his ass and he sucked 2 whole kegs of beer and crushed it with the power of his ass. So that's Matty.
Mary Poppins.
That's 100 litres of piss.
Mary Poppins.
Yeah, Mary Poppins.
Imagine attaching a hose to your arsehole and serving
Oh,
the masses.
man, I would have hated to have seen that after the weekend.
I was going to say, it's either Mary Poppins or Henry VIII. I'm not sure
Yeah.
which one I prefer.
Yeah.
Matty's homemade Guinness.
Geez, we had a great display of free will on the weekend too, didn't we?
Oh, free will has never been at its finest. So on the way out, we stopped at this pie shop, and obviously, as a lad from the northwest of England, I fucking love a pie.
About the wagon wheel too, not related.
This is the country that I've decided, because you love a pie as well. So we've got this pie, and I was like, I'll treat myself to a wagon wheel because I love a wagon wheel.
It's at fucking 10 a.m. in the morning.
It's 10 a.m. in the morning. I was like, I love a wagon wheel.
Not even, yeah.
Honest to God, mate, I have never, ever eaten anything as dry in my life. I was just chewing and chewing
On this wagon wheel.
this
Yeah.
wagon wheel, mate. I was doing a stew, mate. I was just chewing away, and it just didn't seem to go down. We're about half an hour further up the road. Darcy's getting fuel, and I'm about halfway through, and I've sat out the car with my head out the feet, open door, head out, trying to, because I've just got
crumbs
dribbling.
Dude, was this a wagon wheel from a bakery?
Yeah.
So not the green package
No,
ones?
no.
No, so it was like a
Jeez.
home, mate. It was massive.
Yeah, it was
as well.
huge,
It was
yeah.
like size of my head, and that's why I was
That
like,
is fucking huge.
yeah, I was like, that's why I'll give it a go. But mate, love a wagon wheel normally. I'm not disrespecting the wagon wheel, but the wagon wheel from there, get fucked. Yeah. So
How's the pie?
The pie was lovely. We had cheese, bacon, and
Steak,
something.
bacon and cheese, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it was lovely.
On pies, something that's really annoying me recently is I go somewhere, I go, I'll get a steak, bacon and cheese pie, please. They go, okay. Like, don't have those. I was like, oh, what? I was like, what's that one there? Like, oh, mince, bacon and cheese. Oh, we've got a steak and cheese. I was like, if I ask for steak, bacon and cheese, just give me the fucking mince, bacon and cheese.
I'm not even going to know the
What
difference.
baffles me is genuinely in the UK, we won't, other than a steak and Stilton, so obviously blue cheese, we don't put cheese in pies really. As in
Really?
like have meat and cheese in a pie.
What do you think of the meat, cheese, bacon pies?
Fucking revolutionary.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
You
absolutely
can't be missing
revolutionary.
out.
But then on the way back, so this is where the free will came in.
We
So-
we got Macca's on the way, or
Right.
like early.
But we got it from this place.
Stanthorpe, mate.
Oh.
Shittest, most horrible display of a McDonald's I've ever seen in my life. And some absolute cretins in there. Like, holy.
It felt like a simulation.
Yeah,
where we
mate,
were,
it
like-
was
It
unbelievable.
was the slowest McDonald's I've ever been in my life.
Kind of gets a spicy wrap as well. I was like, that is
Yeah, it's-
insanity. Yeah.
Well, back home, the wraps are the way to go. Like, they are superb. But here, evidently not the way to go. And it was just dreadful. So then we carried on driving, and we were like, I could probably eat again, you know. Like,
Yeah.
happily, I could smash a pie sort of thing.
We drove back past the pie shop.
And we drove past the pie shop, and I was like, lad, I won't get another wagon wheel, but I might get one of those cream and apple turnovers. It was salt. So we carried on going. And
We
were
just
like,
started talking about good pies. Talking about Yatla Pie Shop. Yeah.
And then we were like, right, next servo, we'll stop for a pie. Turns out the next servo must have been an hour and a half away, mate.
It was fucked.
We were just miles away. He just kept driving. We're like, there's got to be one here. Nope. There's got to be one here. Nope. Where are all the kangaroos? Nope. And we just kept going. We finally managed to find one. We pull in, and we get a what do you call it?
Crumb sausage. Traveller. Yeah.
Traveller pie. I got
Love
the
them.
steak and cheese. Das got the steak, bacon, and cheese, or whatever it was. And then we got a crumb sausage. Phenomenal.
Have you never had a crumb sausage?
No.
Oh, dude, we're going to take you on a hotbox tour of Australia.
Dude, we were getting there and I was like, you know what? I'm not even hungry. I don't even want I want a pie, but not because I'm hungry. Just because I'm live in a country where I can just get one from the servo and I have free will and we're going to get it.
Oh, mate, we need to... There's a fella who we went to school with, Berkey, who has not Berkey from OFD, different fella. He has a hotbox review Instagram because he travels to the country a fair bit for work, and he reviews hotboxes and has like a whole fucking New South Wales, Victoria, Queensland, all the best ones. Some of the stuff that you get from hotboxes, like your mind will just be like it's fucking awesome.
Well, I got back and I was sat with my housemate and we were just like chatting away, and he was like, "Oh, so how was the trip?" And I told him, I was like, on the way back I had a traveller's pie and this. He was like, "Fuck, you really are trying to go full Australian." I was like, I want to try it all.
Yeah.
Crumb sausage was sensational.
Yeah.
Oh,
so salty. It was exactly what you need. The only problem is one of those would go down perfectly with a schooner.
Yeah.
Like the salt and a beer would just be the perfect combination.
Fucking nice.
But
yeah, that was our trip.
Sounds awesome.
It was awesome.
can't
Sounds
wait
good.
for the next one.
Yeah.
So
We'll have to take Matty to Yatla Pies. There's so much we're going to
yeah. Yeah, fucking right. There's a lot of things. I think
Especially
we're going
while I'm unemployed.
do.
Yeah.
Let's try and do it all.
Yeah, I like the
Let's
sound of that.
complete Queensland in a month.
We're going to Cooperoo tomorrow. We should do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Do you want to come tomorrow?
Fucking oath.
Fucking oath.
You got anything on tomorrow?
I've got to take some documents to JP.
Oh, yeah. But you
That's
can do
about-
that anytime.
Yeah,
huh?
that's about all I've got to do. Apparently they're there from 10.
Yeah.
So
If the
Get up,
JP's
do
got a long line, I know a bloke who's a JP and we can just go to his place.
fucking makes it even easier then.
Yeah, fucking oath.
You know, on JP's, Justice of the Peace, people who don't know what we're talking about, do you reckon if he just brought it in and I just signed it, they would check? Like, do you have a number?
I think they do actually check.
Yeah, to make
Because
sure you are
otherwise, yeah,
JP.
like because when they do the documents, they check that you're actually a justice
okay.
of the peace.
Boring job that. What did you say? I just had to check if 50 people were actually JP.
Thing is, you don't get paid for it. I don't think.
No,
Look, but I don't know how you become a justice of the peace.
I don't know.
I presume it's got to be a stamp because I've got to give the bloke like nearly 100 fucking documents, I reckon.
Oh,
Like because it's like visas and
yeah.
passports, it's IDs, like it's just everything. All my certificates from like dating all the way back from like college onwards.
Yeah.
Like, you've got to do it all. So I'm giving this bloke must be 100 pages. So if he's signing them all by hand, my lord.
They don't let perverts work over here, mate, so you might be in trouble.
To be fair, I've not heard back from the blue card yet.
That's so funny.
Oh, anything else, Clutterbuck, before we fucking get out of here?
Just looking at the reason to become a justice of the peace, and the main thing says it's for business or community.
mate. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that.
Man of the community.
Maybe we should. Maybe I'll do the course and become a justice of the peace and start charging people,
It's a good idea.
and then get done for corruption.
Yeah,
And then I can go to jail and
you
go
can
on
work at the fucking smoke mart.
Well, I could do that.
Or in our illegal beer company that we're going to
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah, shoving cans up Matty's
Either way,
arms.
I'll go in the slammer for 6 months and come out the most jacked cunt in Queensland's history.
You can loosen your asshole up in there as well, mate.
Yeah,
I'll come out the profits.
I'll come out the loosest cunt in history.
Fucking oath.
Anyway, thank you all for listening. Matty, thanks for joining us, even though you've got literally nothing better to do.
As always, thank you. Hopefully I'll see you on Thursday.
See you later.
Bye.